Hey guys, this is going to be a video to kind of help you through um, a couple different steps on the way for your small group short stories. So one of the things that you will do during your small group short stories is you will use this checklist. Okay, so I'm going to just open one of the checklists. For one of the short stories, they all look the same and just have different links in them. And so this checklist, guys, it is not graded. It is just a communication tool. And if you fill it out once, that's fine. And some of you will go into it a bunch and fill it out. And basically, you're just going to use this to communicate with me. Although, of course, we'll be in person, so you can also communicate with me in person. But you'll notice none of these items are required. So you can fill this out. You can open this checklist and complete one thing and then get back out, submit it and get back out. So basically this checklist will take you through everything you need to do for your short story project. So there are, I think, 16 tasks, and you're going to complete them over 2 weeks. Most of the things you'll do with a class, with your group, but some of them you'll do on your own. So the first thing is you're going to meet with your group and, assuming you guys don't already know each other, introduce yourselves, and you're going to share a prediction about what your story is going to be about. And your predictions might be wildly off. And that's okay because you don't know. That's the point of a prediction. But just you're going to throw out a prediction and see, how close you get. Task 2 is that you're going to watch a video, and each group's going to have a different literary element. So one group's going to do characterization for their story, one group's going to do conflict, and one group's going to do theme. So task 2 will have a link to a video that is specific to what the literary element you're focusing on. Okay. And then task 3 is to then go and I'll show you this in a second, but you're going to complete basically like notes about what you saw. So if your group's doing characterization, you're basically going to create a sheet of notes about characterization that later you can show, you can teach your other groups, other classmates about. So you guys will become the masters of either characterization, or one group will become masters of conflict, and one group will become masters of theme. And I'll show you the slides for task 3. Then for task 4, you're going to take like a couple minutes and skim the text. That means just look it over really quickly, read maybe the first sentence in each paragraph, and then come together. And then you're going to read for task 5. You're going to read the whole text aloud with your group, taking turns. Okay. Everyone has to read at least once. Some people are probably more comfortable reading. That's fine. You can read more than others, but everyone has to read at least once. You're going to let me know via chat if someone in your group is refusing to read. Okay. All right, task 6, you're going to work with your partners to answer the question. So I'm actually going to prep a document for you for each group, and it will be, there'll be some questions that are listed as margin questions, and those are questions for task 6, which you answer as you read. So you'll actually be doing task 5 and 6 to get at the same time. You will be stopping to answer questions as you go. But again, I'll show you where that is. It'll be a separate document. Task 7 is that you're going to label the literary elements that I've identified, and I label and identify more for extra credit if you want. So each story has examples of the literary elements we've been studying. I will have you identify those, and if you find others and identify them, you can get extra credit. So that is also something you can do while you're reading, or you can do it after you've read. So 5, 6, and 7 could all be happening at the same time, or you could do 7 after 5 and 6. You probably just want to decide as a team how you're doing that. Task 8 is then to answer the after story question. So it'll be on the same page as the margin questions, but it will be it'll be more for after the story. So you'll do that after, and you'll work together. Task 9 is, now that you've read the story, you're going to go back to that literary element that you are becoming really a master on, and you're going to complete a graphic organizer for that literary element specific to your story. So it'll be on the same slide as task 3 was, whatever it is, whether it's characterization, conflict, or theme. It'll be on the same slide, but it will be or in the same packet, but it will be a different slide. And now it'll be characterization specific to your story, or conflict specific to your story, or theme specific to your story. You can work on that as a team. Task 10, you're going to watch a video on how to complete a plot diagram. Oh my gosh, my eye is really hurting. And then for task 11, you're actually going to go complete the plot diagram. That'll be a separate document. And you can work on that together. Then this is task 12 is where you start to kind of separate. So you're going to have an extended response, which will be posted separately in Google Classroom. You're going to work on that. Then there will be a test, but I'm not going to post the link until it's time for the test. Then you'll come back together, and for tasks 14 and 15, you're going to work together again, and you're going to basically prepare a presentation for your classmates. And that presentation is going to allow you to share what your actual story was about and about your literary element. And so that way, the people who didn't read your story still know a little bit about your story and also get some more information about characterization. And then the very last step, and then you'll actually do the presentations. I'll let you know when that's going to happen, and you'll have time to do that. The presentations will not be anybody standing at the front of the room. Instead, you guys are going to go and mix with other groups and share information. So hopefully that takes away some stress for anybody who was starting to sweat when I said presentation. And then the last step will be on your own, and you're going to evaluate yourself and your peers. So I hope this helps, and yeah, have fun.